We're about ready to get game number 2 going. Quentin Norris here as MidAmerica won the first game 2-1. And that's Bo Atkins on the mound. He is from Riverton, Illinois. Senior. So we should get game number 2 going. We'll set the defense for you as well. Looks like Logan McDonald will be out in left field. At center field is Bobby Nichols. And right field looks like Cole Ludeking. In the infield, Grant Victor's at third. At shortstop, Robbie Merced. Second baseman, Tommy Giarola. And then first baseman, Tanner Sears. There you see Jeff Vance, the catcher, and Bo Atkins. But every time when you think of Bo Atkins pitching, he reminds me of the great Don Sutton. We're going to start a little bit early. Even though it's starting at 5:30, but now it's like 5. That's Drew Woodley up there. First game today went 0 for 3. First pitch. Hits a high pop foul. Came at 5:08 p.m. Temperature about 62 degrees. Time and temperature sponsored by the parking spot. Easy to spot and easy to park. The parking spot here at Kansas City International Airport and Central Methodist University. 0-1 to count. Strike. 0-2. Oh, balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count. Foul ball, 0-2 now. Oh and 2 the count, 0-2 pitch. Pots it up in the left. Looks like shortstop. That's Robbie Merced there for out number 1. Bryson Sherwood in the first game today went 1 for 3, and that one's a big 2-run homer in the 6th inning. That gave MidAmerica a 2-0 lead, but Central Methodist added one more in the 7th inning for a 2-1 game, and that's how it turns out. Strike, 0-1 now. No balls and 1 strike. Of course, tomorrow in between games, it is senior weekend. 1 ball, 1 strike. Central Methodist 38, 15 and 5. 16 and 5. Knocks it down. That'll be a base hit all the way there. 16 and 5, of course, MidAmerica 23 and 15, also 16 and 5 as well. Here's Josh Torrance. 0 for 3 in our first game of our doubleheader. First pitch. Outside, ball 1 now. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0. High pop-up. Giarola or Sears. And nice. 1 strike. How you doing? It looked like we had some. There was some. So there it is. We got more in. It should be here. But we'll get to it. Throws over there. Back goes Torrance. Back goes Sherwood, the shortstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hoping everyone's having a nice Easter weekend. 1-1. High pop-up. Oh, what a catch by Jeff Vance. Wow. I tell you one thing. He reminds me of Carlton Fisk. I remember one time against the Oakland A's in the 1975 American League Championship Series, he went into the stands to catch a foul ball. Here's Josh Sandoval. He went 0 for 3 in the first game of our doubleheader. That first game today went 2 runs, 1 hit, and an error for MidAmerica Nazarene. 1 run, 7 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. First pitch. Strike! 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 to count. Throws over there. Back he goes. 1-1 to count. 0-1 to count there. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Oh, not too. 0-2 the count. 0-2 the count. Back he comes. Yeah, I knew. She went. She's. It's my youngest. Yeah, she went. It's my youngest. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 0-2 the count. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Called no runs. 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. Let's set the defense for you. Sponsored by Home Oil. Looks like it is Drew Woodley out in left field. In center field, Ryan Leo. In right field, Josh Torrance. And the infield, that is D'Anthony Cornett at third. Shortstop, Bryson Sherwood. Second baseman, that's Ryan Fernandez. Frank Vogel's at first base. The catcher, that's Josh Sandoval. And today's starting pitcher, that's Noah Castillo. Yeah, okay. I was thinking that because that was a tough play there. talk. It's all. Oh yeah. And what? No runs, one hit, no errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. No runs, no hits, no errors so far. As Bobby Nichols will be the batter. Noah Castillo. Nichols in the first game went 2 for 4 with a single and a double and an RBI. Of course, game. First pitch. Hits a ground ball to the shortstop. He has it, throws over the first. And they got him. One out now. One pitch, one out. Here's Tommy Giarola. He went 0 for 4 on it. He went 0 for 4 in that first game of our doubleheader. Strike, 0-1 now. No balls and one strike on Tommy Giarola. Swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes on Tommy Giarola. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one off, 0-2. 0-2 the count. Nate Brillen coaching the third. Rob Ehlers at first base. 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2 now. One-two pitch is a foul ball. 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes. One and two the count. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it all to the screen. Central Methodist softball won both games of the doubleheader. First game 7-1, 6-3 over Clark. Central Methodist softball 25-4, 17-1 the count. They'll take on Mount Mercy at 1 o'clock start time as well. Same time with baseball, 12:45 pregame show. 1-2 the count. Bounces up there, 2-2. 2-2 the count. Two pitch. Smashes that one foul. Still 2-2. Two and two to count. 2-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Still 2-2. In the first game of the doubleheader, MidAmerica scored both their runs in the 6th, and then Central Methodist added one more in the 7th. 2-2 to count. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call, so 2 quick outs now. Here's Robbie Merced, 0 for 2 in our first game of our doubleheader. pitch. Hits a line shot in the left field. That is a fair ball. Merced is rounding first. He's on his way to second with a double. A 2-out double. Here's Tanner Sears. He went 1 for 3 with a double. Oh, there we go. I don't. First pitch. Ball 1-0 now. One ball, no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes on Tanner Sears. Two balls and no strikes. 2-0 to count there. Two balls and no strikes on Tanner Sears. Mercedes second with a 2-out double. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 2-1 now. I think Cole Ludy King is on deck. Two balls and one strike. 2-1 pitch. Strike. 2-2 now. Yeah. 2-2 the count on Tanner Sears. 2-2 pitch. 3-2 now. 3-2 the count. It was a pitcher's duel until MidAmerica scored 2 runs in the 6th. Then Central Methodist added a run in the 7th. 3-2 the count. Lines a shot as a foul ball just by an eyelash. The old CBS eyelash. Today's attendance for the first game of our doubleheader, it was 56,000 on hand. Here on Easter week, here on this Friday, and it's also Jackie Robinson Day. 75 years ago, he played his first game in the majors against the Boston Braves. 3-2 pitch. Little cue shot fouled. 3-2 the count. To the count. 3-2 pitch. Foul ball, still 3-2. Yep. 3-2 the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a high fly ball in the center field. Center fielder is there for the 3rd out. So no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left. We head to the top of the second. No score on CMUEagles.com and the MidAmerica Conference Network. You want to wait till after the game's over to have pictures taken together, or? Okay. You know, I was being nice, which you probably knew that. You knew that anyway. Well, you know, I was being, you could say I was very, very polite, which you know. No runs, one hit, no errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. No runs, one hit, no errors for Central Methodist. Noah Castillo. The first game went 0 for 3. Bo Atkins delivers the pitch. Ball 1-0 now. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Hits the ground ball to Robbie Merced. Throws over to Tanner Sears for out number 1. I bet you still like that. Ryan Leo up there. Went 0 for 3 in their first game of our doubleheader. After this doubleheader, 9 games left for Central Methodist. Swing and a miss, 0-1 now. And it's also the final home games. Tomorrow, final home games of 2022 regular season. Swing and a miss, 0-2. A 9-game road trip. Starts on that Tuesday in Columbia, taking on Columbia College. And then that next weekend, they have a 4-gamer with strike 3 call. He is out because even though he was trying to attempt the throw, but he ends up kicking the ball, which that is an automatic out. As Ryan Fernandez up there. Randy Fernandez. Went 0 for 2 in our first game of our doubleheader. First pitch. Hits the ground ball. Merced to Sears in time. Beautiful stretch by Tanner Sears on a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Hey, Liz, how you doing? Everything going okay for? Everything going good? Just ready for some soccer. And you know what? He'll probably be here before you know it. Has he got a lot of new players come in yet? All from like all over Spain and everywhere. Well, when I said Spain, you know I was. Well, when I was saying Spain, you know what I was talking about. When I said, because when I said all over Spain, I mean like I was talking about every city, in Spain that I'm familiar, like Brazil, like Barcelona. Yeah. The reason reason I know some of it, I think I have watched some Spanish soccer on television. I have one of the networks that carries the Spanish soccer professional ones, and I think that's one of the yes, and I think that's the league that Utah's in. I think is that one of the league. I can't remember which one it is. I can't remember which league. I think Utah's in that one league. And I can't remember what her team is called though.
Oh, I don't know. She switched teams, so I don't know the new one.
Don't know the new one yet. Oh, okay. Well, I'll probably keep a sharp eye on it. Yeah. No runs. One hit, no errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. No runs. One hit and no errors for Central Methodist. Cole Ludeking went 1 for 3 with a double. Now who? Ludeking. Want to say hi to his mom and dad listening in? Ew, he gets hit by a pitch. Oh my. But he looks okay. He'll take the trot down to first. Here's Jeff Vance, who went 1 for 2 in our doubleheader today. He had a sack bunt in the first game. That came in that second inning. That moved Ludeking to third. Let's see if he'll do that again. Ball 1-0 now. Looks like Grant Victor's on deck. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 tries to punt. Oh, punts in the air, but that'll go foul. 1-1 now. One ball, one strike. 1-1 to count. 1-1. Oh, lays out a beautiful bunt. They'll go to second for the out. So 1 out now. It'll be a fielder's choice. Here's Grant Victor. Of course, I had a great visit with his mom and dad in between games of the doubleheader. 1 for 3 with a double. Josh Green is the courtesy runner. Is from Detroit, came from Jackson State, which is where the great Walter Payton came from. Of course, later became the running back of the Chicago Bears. And it's a ball, 1-0. Yeah. As Khalil Thrasher is on deck. The 1-0. Strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to count. 1-1 pitch. There goes Green to throw. They got him. 2 outs now. Two balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 to count. Bomb in the second. No score. 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off. 2-2. Games 3 and 4 tomorrow at 1 o'clock. 12:45 pregame show. Then after that third game, after the first game of that doubleheader tomorrow, they'll have some senior stuff taking place. 2-2 pitch. Now bounces up 3-2. 2 the count. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 call, so no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left off. We head to the top of the third. No score on CMUEagles.com and the Hard America Conference Network. You know, it's amazing. This game is going fast. How you doing? Going good. Okay. Anything else? Oh, no. Oh, good. Yeah. Well, you have a great and happy. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. No runs and a hit and no errors for Central Methodist. That's Frank Vogel up there. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 now. Vogel in the first game went 0 for 2. The 0-1 now. 0-2 now. To the count. 0-2 pitch. Hits the ground ball. There's a base hit. DFN Cornett. They went 0 for 0 with 2 walks. Strike, 0-1 now. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 now is a high pop-up. See who calls for it. Ludy King makes the catch for out number 1. Drew Widley popped out to Robbie Merced his first time up. First pitch. Nice stop by Vance. Boy, he tell you this. He reminds me of Johnny Bench. He does things like Johnny Bench did for the Cincinnati Reds. And then before Johnny Bench, there was a guy named Roy Campanella of the Brooklyn Dodgers. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. It's a high pop-up. That may go out of play. 1-1 to count. in the third inning. One ball, one strike. 1-1 pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Guys, hope. Just come on in and swing. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, let me get my. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Doing good. Awesome. 2-2 the count. 2-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. 2-2. Yeah, there were. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. It's a ground ball to Victor. He'll go to Girola for 1. Sears, double play. 5-4-3, double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one outs on bottom of the third. No score on CMUEagles.com. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for Central Methodist. As Khalil Thrasher will be the batter. Went 1 for 3 in our doubleheader. Followed by a Logan McDonald, and then the top of the order, Bobby Nichols. First pitch. Ball high, 1-0 now. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch. Lines a shot in the right field. That's over his head. Thrasher's rounding first. He's thinking 2. He's going to be there with a double. Second hit of the game for Central Methodist. Here's Logan McDonald. He went 0 for 3 in our first game of our doubleheader. Of course, had a great visit with his family from Goodyear, Arizona. Hey, we were just doing some. It looked like there were a few lays out a beautiful bunt. His only play is to first. And there's one out now. And at third is Thrasher. Here's Bobby Nichols. He grounded out the shortstop his first time up. Hey, late. It's something. Infield is in. Nichols is a good runner. Pitch to him. Little chopper. That's a fair ball. They check the runner to throw. They got him. So Nichols at first. That'll be a fielder's choice, ladies and gentlemen. And here's Tommy Giarola. He struck out his first time up. Giarola. Checks the runner. There goes Nichols. There's number 40. And he'll take third. That'll be a throwing error on the catcher for allowing Bobby Nichols to go to third. 40 steals now for Bobby Nichols. I think it's 1-0 on Giarola. Could he steal home like Jackie Robinson did 16 times in his career? Strike. 1-1 now. The last player to ever steal home in the World Series, the great Tim McCarver did it in Game 7 of the 1964 World Series. One now. Hits the ground ball to the shortstop. Throws over the first for the third out. So no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left. We head to the fourth. No score on CMUEagles.com. That's okay. No runs, 2 hits, and an error for MidAmerica Nazarene. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. That's Bryson Sherwood out there. He singled his first time up. Bryson Sherwood. First pitch from Bo Atkins. Ball, 1-0 now. Here we are in the fourth inning. This game is moving along fast. Started at 5:08. We're heading toward the 6 o'clock hour. The 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch. 3-0. Okay. Well, it looks like we're balls and no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. 3-1 now. Okay. We got. Yeah. Hey, I saw. Yeah. Yeah. We got. We 3-0 pitch is ball 4 now. And here's Josh Torrance. He popped out to Jeff Vance his first time up. First pitch. Hits the ground ball. Gets by Merced. A base hit there. So first and second now. Third hit of the game for MidAmerica Nazarene. As Josh Sandoval up there. He struck out his first time up. Checks the runners. Ball 1-0 now. One ball, no strikes. 1-0 to count. First and second, nobody out. The 1-0. Hits the ground ball to Merced. Hits a bad hop. Here comes Sherwood to make it 1-0 MidAmerica Nazarene. And I have a feeling that's going to be an error. He should have had that one there, ladies and gentlemen. And I think Kevin and Rachel would agree with me. That would be an error, ladies and gentlemen. Noah Castillo. Or I think Addison will agree with me. That should be an error on Robbie Merced. Atkins working from the stretch. Just needs to talk to the baseball. Pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. Oh, they're going to give him a hit. I am very surprised. One ball and no strike. No balls and one strike. 0-1 now. Nice play by Victor. They do get to play a third, a second in time. Beautiful job there. Getting the lead runner at third. And then getting the lead runner at second. So 2 outs now. Here's Ryan Leo. He struck out his first time up. First pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. How's that? 0-1 to count. They check on the runner. Back he goes. No balls and one strike. They check on the runner. pitch, a swing and a miss. The throw, not in time. 0-2 the count, and the runner's at second on the stolen base. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 call. So 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left. We're halfway home. 1-0. MidAmerica Nazarene on CMUEagles.com and the Hard America Conference Network. Not much. 1 run, 4 hits, and an error from MidAmerica Nazarene. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. Robbie Merced doubled his first time up. Now they're checking on the catcher, making sure, they're going to give him, looks like one of the coaches wants to talk to the catcher there. Something you don't see a lot. Usually when Johnny Bench, he always called his game. Very rarely you get Sparky Anderson to come out and call time to talk to Johnny Bench. Shots it foul. Nice catch there by Raul Cosme. Of course, had a great visit right before the first game of the doubleheader with former Central Methodist baseball player Kenny Ortero. Great talk with him. He's doing great. Around Alton, Illinois. Came up there today. 0-1 now. Strike. 0-2. You know, I think I remember that. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Misses high. 1-2. Tanner Sears on deck. And then Cole Ludy King. 1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. 3-2 now. 3-2 now. Yeah. No, that get that. We'll be here this afternoon, but we won't be able to do it that afternoon. But we'll try to get to it. 0-2 pitch. Strike three call, so one out now. And here's Tanner Sears. He flew out to center field his first time up. Well, we won't get to, we'll get it going Monday morning. We should have it ready for you Monday afternoon. Well, sounds great then. Do you know what the problem? It was important. It looked like it was starting. Sears from Higginsville, Missouri. First pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 now. Oh and 1 to count. No balls and one strike. Strike. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Base hit up the middle. Here's Cole Ludy King. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Third hit of the game for Central Methodist. First pitch. Fouls it off. 0-1 now. On 1 to count. Ground ball to the shortstop, right through the 5-hole. Sears on his way. That'll be an error on the shortstop. No question about it. That was right through the 5-hole. That would be an error. I think Kevin, Rachel, and everybody over there would agree with me. That was through the 5-hole. I bet you like that one. You know what that? You ever heard that term, the 5-hole? Between your legs. That's a hockey term. You ever watch NHL hockey? You ever seen it on television? They always say, or the other term you often hear is top shelf cookie jar. He was going top. Yeah. So first and third now, Jeff Vance. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. So Gannon Ruckman, the courtesy runner for Tanner Sears. First pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. Third hit, 3 hits already for Central Methodist. 3 hits for Central Methodist. 1-1 on Jeff Vance. Victor on deck. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. The count. 0-2 pitch. Hits the ground ball. Base hit. Tie game at 1. Here's Ludy King. He's headed for third. He is out. Josh Green is the courtesy runner. So Ludi King's out because he overran the base. So we are tied at 1. 4 hits now for Central Methodist. Green at first, the courtesy runner for Jeff Vance. Victor struck out his first time up, and the pitch is high, 1-0 now. Of course, the play-in game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, 6:30 p.m. on ESPN. The 1-0. Strike, 1-1. Of course, St. Louis Cardinals, about 52 minutes, take on the Milwaukee Brewers in the big second game of the series down in Milwaukee. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little past 6 o'clock. They throw over there, and back goes Green. The 1-1. Lines a shot as a foul ball, just by a CVS eyelash. And that's 1-2. One and two to count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Little chopper to the shortstop. Stays with it. Throws the first. They do get him, but Central Methodist gets 1 big run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We are head to the 5th, tied at 1 on CMUEagles.com. Do it this afternoon. We'll try to get to it Monday morning. And we'll give you a call. Sounds great. Thank you. Y'all do. Because I'm going to be at the... One run, 4 hits, and 2 errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. There's Randy Fernandez. He grinded it out to Robbie Merced his first time up. First pitch. Did he go? No. Ball 1. 1-1 tie. Quentin Nars calling from the catbird seat. The 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 Here it goes. Oh, it bounces in there. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball. Right past Robbie Merced in the center field for a base hit. Five hits now for MidAmerica Nazarene. There's Frank Vogel. He singled his first time up. Atkins working from the stretch. Checks and fires. I think he went. Did he go? Yeah, that's a strike call. 0-1 now. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 now. Ball 1-1 now. One ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Fouls that off, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Nice. Gets away from Vance, and a runner will take second. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Deontay Cornett is on deck. 2-2 to count. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out now. Looks like a pinch hitter coming up there. That's Joshua Martinez. You ever seen it where they fought for it? That was that TV show. Oh, I tell you, he loves to watch Barney Miller. Runner at second is Fernandez. A pitch. Ball 1-0 now. First. One ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch. High fly ball hit well to right field. Ludy King is there. Makes the catch for out number 2, and Fernandez will head over to third. So 2 outs now for Will Morris. Actually, it's 17, Keith. So Will Morris is the pincher up there. Tie game at 1. Pitch to him. A little bit high. 1-0 now. I think Sherwood is on there. I see Jeff Vance out there. There you see Jordan Schwellenbach. Tried to go over the scouting report on how to pitch to Will Morris. And there you see the infield come in as well. Maybe a little conference action taking place. Of course, if you're just joining us, Central Methodist Softball won 2 games from Clark. Game number 1, they won it by a score of 7-1. Game number 2, they won the game number 2 by a score of 6-3. They're 25-4, 17-1 in the conference. Could be in the top 10 by the time the polls come out on Tuesday, and could host an opening round game of the tournament. Of course, they have a big stretch there, hosting Mount Mercy tomorrow. That's a 1 o'clock doubleheader. They have some big games up ahead there, trying to make up a lot of games from the rain day. They were supposed to play yesterday at Evangeline. That game got rained out. So I'm thinking that one, the next one is probably maybe Thursday. They take on Graceland down in Lamoni, Iowa. The 1-0 is high, 2-0 now. Then next Saturday, they'll host Benedictine, 12 noon start time. Then next Sunday is a 1 o'clock game. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now. 3 balls and no strikes. Looks like Bryson Sherwood is on deck. Pitch. Ball 4. So runners at the corners for Bryson Sherwood. 1 for 1 with a single. There you see Jeff Vance directing the traffic. Runners at the corners. 1-1 tie. Foul ball, 0-1 now. Of course, originally today's game was a 1, but they moved it to 2. And then they decided to go 3 o'clock, and the first game was over fast. And I think it was a little after 4:30 when that first game of the doubleheader was completed. Normally this would have been at 5:30, but that second game got started at 5:08, and it's a foul ball, 0-2 now. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count. Here's the 0-2. Nice stop by Vance, but Morris takes second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count to Bryson Sherwood. Hit a big 2-run homer in the sixth inning of game number 1. 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2 now. Looks like Ryan Torrance is on deck. Josh Torrance on deck. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 call. So no runs on one hit. No errors. Two left. We are head to the fifth. 1-1 tie on CMUEagles.com. Okay. Okay. Well, it looks like you have a. Okay. Okay. Here you go. Well, thank you. Anything else? No, you're good to go. Well, thank you. I just want you have a great day. Happy. Hey, happy. Happy. One run, 5 hits, 2 errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. One run, 4 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. As Khalil Thrasher up there, 1 for 2 with a double. He doubled his first time up. Logan McDonald on deck, and then Bobby Nichols. First pitch to him. Strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1. Misses, 1-1 now. One ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 to count. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. 3-2 to count. Khalil Thrasher from Eudora, Kansas. Three and two to count. It's a high fly ball in the right field. Back, back, back. And he makes the catch. Out number 1. Here's Bobby Nichols, 0 for 2. Reached on fielder's choice his last team. There's Logan McDonald. He had a sack bunt his first time up. First pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. 0-1 to count. It's a high fly ball in the center field. Right fielder in the center field call for it, and it's the right fielder who takes care of it. 2 quick outs now for Bobby Nichols. 0 for 2 on the day. So it looks like time has been called. So it looks like a pitching change has been. So 5 2/3 for Noah Castillo. Looks like Devin Wagner is the new pitcher. So 4 2/3 for Noah Castillo. Right around the 6:30 hour. Central Methodist trying to go for win number 31, but most importantly, be 17-5 in the conference. One time, bottom of the 5th. Quentin Norris here. Today's attendance 64,224, and millions are watching on television. Strike. 0-1 now. Tommy Giarola on deck. No balls and 1 strike. Ball 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Two on one the count. 2-1 pitch. 3-1. 3-1 to count. Three balls and a strike. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 now, 2-out walk. Here's Tommy Giarola, 0 for 2 on the day. Tommy Giarola, 0 for 2. First pitch. That gets away. Here comes Nichols. That's a stolen base number 41, ladies and gentlemen. Or as Howard Cosell would say, what you have seen, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best performances you ever seen on ABC Sports. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Ball 2. Two balls and no strikes. Robbie Merced on deck. 2-0 pitch. 3-0. Three balls and no strikes on Tommy Giarola. Pitch. Takes it all the way. 3-1. Of course, tomorrow on ABC Sports, you got a National Hockey League game of the week. St. Louis Blues taking on the Minnesota Wild. St. Louis 6-2 victory over Buffalo. And then game 1 of the Western Conference quarterfinals between Golden State and Denver. Ball 4 now. 7:30 start time. Here's Robbie Merced. 1 for 2 with a double. Of course, Sunday, game 1 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals between the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics. 2:30 start to 2 o'clock NBA countdown. First pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. No balls and 1 strike. Up high. 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to count. It's one to count. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 to count. 1-2. Fouls that one off. Still 1-2. Tanner Sears on deck. Bobby Nichols at second. Gio Roll is at first. Robbie Robbie Merced from Springfield, Missouri. Went to Kickapoo High School and then came from Lipscomb, which is in Tennessee, the member of the Atlantic Sun Conference. 1-2 pitch. Did he go? No. 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 to count to Robbie Merced. Sears is on deck. Two balls and 2 strikes on Robbie Merced. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off, and the ball is stuck on the screen. 2-2 now. Royals will be playing around 7:10 or so against Detroit. Game 2 of that 4-game series at Kauffman Stadium. Two balls, 2 strikes on Robbie Merced. Strike 3 call, so no runs on no hits, no errors, 2 left. We head to the top of the 6th, a tie game at 1. One run, 5 hits, 2 errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. As Josh Torrance out there, 1 for 2 with a single. Atkins working from the windup. The pitch hits the ground ball to Grant Victor. He throws over to Tanner Sears for out number 1. They'll bring out Josh Sandoval. 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. First pitch to him. Strike. 0-1 now. The 0-1. Chopper foul. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Hits the ground ball to Robbie Merced. Goes over to Tanner Sears for out number 2. 2 quick outs now for Noah Castillo, who is 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch to him. Fouls it off. 0-1 now. Now. It's a fly ball to left field. That's well hit and foul. 0-2. About where? Yeah, he does like. Well, he doesn't. He also doesn't NHL. You ever watch it? Bob. And there's Brian Boucher. He is a good man. Used to like the 0-2 the count. 0-2 pitch. Hits the ground ball. That gets by there. Base hit. 2 out hit there. There's Ryan Leo's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. If you look into the bottom of the 6, you got Tanner Sears, Cole Ludy King, and Jeff Vance. First pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. 0-1 to count. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 now. It's a foul ball. 0-2. 0-2 to count. Strike 3 calls, so no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. A 1-1 tie on CMUEagles.com. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can, yeah. Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, then. Well, you're welcome. Oh, yeah. That's one of the reasons. The first. Let's head towards 7 o'clock. Here's Tanner Tanner Sears 1 for 2 with a single. Bottom of the 6th inning, a 1-1 tie. Quentin Norris here from the Catbirds here at Estes Field. First pitch. Ball 1 from Devin Wagner, who came on in relief of Noah Castillo, went 4 2/3. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now. One ball, one strike. 2 balls and a strike. Two and one to count. 2-1 to count. 2-2 now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 to count. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. 2-2. It's a lot of fun. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call, so 1 out now. Here's Cole Ludy King, 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch to him. Ball outside, 1-0 now. Jeff Vance on deck. The 1-0. Foul ball, 1-1 now. We're good. 1-1 to count. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. 1-2. 1-2 to count. 1-2 pitch. Up high. 2-2. 2-2 to count. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 call. You're welcome. Here's Jeff Vance, 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. First pitch to him. Ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Ball, no strikes, the 1-0. Little cue shot, base hit! Or known as a Joe Morgan dying quail. Now Grant Victor up there, 0 for 2 on the day. 5 hits now for Central Methodist. First pitch to him. Ball, 1-0 now. On deck is Khalil Frasher. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one to count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. 1-2 to count. On deck is Thrasher and then Logan McDonald. 5 hits now for Central Methodist. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1. We head to the 7th inning. A tie game at 1 on CMUEagles.com. You ready for your, you want to do your, sure. Yeah. Well, I'm doing, well, good deal, good. Well, Gwen, hey, is great. Oh, done, and yeah. And of course, and also some, probably the best one I like where he says, yes, yes you can, you sure, like you sure can, or yes you can, yeah, and you probably notice I probably said, kind of loud, yeah, I think I was saying, yuck, wasn't getting a little loud, or some of the best, give 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. How you doing, this? Randy Fernandez, 1 for 2 with a single. Hey, you turn the light on for me? Because I can see better. I'd rather see better with light. Well, yeah. Even though the game's about over, but strike, 0-1 now. No balls and 1 strike. If you look to the 7, you got Thrasher, McDonald, and Nichols. The 0-1. Nice stop by Vance. 1-1 now. Listen, okay, we'll do 1-1 to count. 1-1 pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch. Nice stop by Vance. 3-1. Nino Puckett is warming up in the Central Methodist bullpen. 3-1 pitch. Hits the ground ball to Robbie Merced. He throws over to Tanner Sears for out number 1. There is Frank Vogel, 1 for 2 with a single. Atkins trying to keep it where it is, a tie game. Oh, it gets away from Vance, and it's ball 1. Merkel went 7. Made 1 mistake. That was the Bryson Sherwood 2-run homer in the 6th. One ball, no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes. That's DeAnthony and Cornett on deck. The 2-0. Gets away, 3-0. Game's 3 and 4 tomorrow. The first pregame show 12:45, 1 o'clock start time on CMUEagles.com. It's also Senior Day. In between games of the doubleheader, I'll probably have they'll recognize all the seniors for their accomplishments. Of course, the best one of all was a trip to the NAIA World Series in Lewiston, Idaho. First time they've done that in school history. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 pitch. 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. 3-2. 3-2 now on Frank Vogel. 3-2 pitch. Lines a shot in the right field, and Ludy King is there for out number 2. DFN Cornett flew out to right field his first time in the 3rd inning. First pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 pitch. Oh, nice one. 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Here it goes. Swing and foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Hits a fly ball. Ludy King has it fouled. Puckett warming up. One and two to count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Hits the ground ball to Victor, knocks it down. Goes over to Tanner Sears. And that'll be an error for Sears. And I think Keith will agree with me, and so would Rachel. That should be an error on the first baseman. So Drew Woodley up there 0 for 2. Cornett at third. Fouls it off. 0-1 now. One to count. A little past 7 o'clock. Nice stop by Vance. 1-1. 1-1 to count. One pitch. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. Hits a high fly ball in the left center field. And it's off the wall. Cornett will stop at third, and at second is Woodley. So now second and third now for Bryson Sherwood. 1 for 2 with a single. Now conference action taking place there. Bryson Sherwood, 1 for 2 with a single. And they're going to give him a free pass. For Ryan Torrance, for Josh Torrance. Bases loaded, 2 outs. He is 1 for 3 with a single. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits now for MidAmerica Nazarene. 5 hits for Central Methodist. 2 errors for MidAmerica, 1 for Central Methodist. And it's high, 1-0 now. After 2 quick outs, Cornett reaches on an error. A double by Woodley, and then Sherwood with the intentional pass. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one to count. 1-1 pitch. Strike. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With Josh Sandoval on deck. One-two pitch. Here it goes. Misses. 2-2. Would it be 7? They leave him loaded with no runs scored and keep it where it is. A tie game. Time called. Two and two count. 2-2 pitch. 3-2. 3-2 to count. Starting to cool down a little bit on this Friday night, April the 15th. 75th anniversary for Jackie Robinson. 3-2 3-2 pitch. There goes the runners. Strike three call, so no runs. One hit. One error. 3 left on. We head to the 7th. A tie game at 1 on CMUEagles.com. Four, five, 6, 7 hits now. 1 run, 7 hits, 2 errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. 1 run, 5 hits, and an error for Central Methodist. Khalil Thrasher up there. 1 for 2 with a double. First pitch to him. Strike, 0-1 now. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off, 0-2. Oh and 2 the count. 0-2 pitch. I think that hit him. And now the winning run's at first. And now Logan McDonald up there. And Josh Green is the courtesy runner. Here's Logan McDonald. The winning run's at first. For 1 with a sack bunt. See, they may call him the bunt again. Pitch. Did he go? Oh, strike. 0-1 now. Bobby Nichols on deck. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 now. Up high, 1-1 now. One ball, 1 strike. Tries the bunt. Oh, Lace had a beautiful bunt. His only play is the first. It gets away! Josh Green, he's being waved around. No throw. Central Methodist wins it 2-1. Holy cow! Fielder's choice. Central Methodist wins it 2-1. We'll give you the final line totals. 1 run, 7 hits, 3 errors for MidAmerica Nazarene. 2 runs, 5 hits, and error. Central Methodist goes to 31-8, 17-5 in the conference. MidAmerica goes to 23-14 and 16-6 in the conference. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon pregame show at 12:45, 1 o'clock first pitch. This is Quentin Norris say so long. That's 5,545 of them. Good night, everybody.